Hello guys and welcome back again in another requested video and this is the episode number 6 of making a boring reliable engine, a tuner dream engine. You all know all of you are similar with the Toyota Prius crappy inline 4 engine. I mean, this engine is reliable, it produces low emissions, and it makes little bit power. It doesn't make that ton of power, and it's not even torquey, but for its size and with the help of the electric motor that the Prius has equipped with, it will make really decent fuel mileage, or more, it will burn less fuel. So yes, it can save the planet. Let's say if you are a petrol head and you are a there is no petrol head that likes a Prius. You cannot find someone that love the RB engines or the SR and V8s. A real tuner that likes a Prius. You will never find someone like this. But let's say you got a cheap Prius. You got a great deal on one, for the wife or for the family, and you got one at your home, and you have this engine. This engine is made from 2004 up to 2009. I know I'm making it in 2017, but this is a replica. So yes, this is a Toyota Prius from 2004 up to 2009, because after 2009 they used 1.8 liter engine, but this is the 1.5 liter engine with the correct factory specs. I mean, not quite correct, but so close to them. So let's start with an inline 4 aluminium block, 75 mm for the bore and 84.7 mm for the stroke. Dual overhead camshafts with 4 valves per cylinder, aluminium cylinder head, no VVL. Cast iron cast connecting rods, low friction cast for higher economy. Plus 5 quality, 13.0 to 1. Yes, the Toyota Prius or Toyota Prius has an extremely, or a very high compression ratio, 13.0 to 1. I mean, that's impressive. 32 cam profile, because this is an economy car. This is not a racing car or racing engine. VVT for all cams, yes, it's equipped with it. Plus 3 quality, naturally aspirated. Direct fuel injection, single standard air intake or airbox system. I know maybe this car or maybe the Prius is running on 91, but in automation, no, this engine with the factory specs, it will never run on 91. It will explode. So I used 95 with a little bit of tuning. Yes, now the engine is running perfectly. 14.5 fuel mixture. It's very lean for better fuel economy, and that's what Toyota is recommend using. 14.5, the air fuel mixture. The ignition timing, unfortunately in this game you have to put it to 0, very retarded, so this engine can even run 5000 rpm is the maximum rpm. Plus 14 quality, yes, I know that is really not necessary in real life, but to make it as reliable and as economical as the real engine, you have to put at plus 14. Short cast, which is the correct in the exhaust manifold or the exhaust header on the real engine. 1.8 inches or 44.4 mm is the exhaust diameter. High flow 3-way. I don't know if they are using high flow 3-way or normal 3-way, but I use this one because it's better for the environment and it's more high flow. Reverse flow muffler, both mufflers. So this, because the real Prius is very quiet, so we have to make this engine more quiet, and using reverse flow dual mufflers, it will make the engine more economical as well. Plus 5 quality again, and this is the end result. 76 horsepower, which is the correct horsepower, but unfortunately 90 pound-feet of torque, which is a little bit more from the stock, because the stock is 82 pound-feet of torque and this is 90. So yes, we are producing a little more pound-feet of torque. Not because I'm using plus 14 here. I mean, using plus 14 here will not give you any horsepower or any torque. It will just give you more octane headroom and more fuel efficiency and more reliability. As you can see here, I know the fuel efficiency is not really high for a Prius engine, but remember the Prius is running with an electric motor or electric engine with, side by side the petrol or the fuel motor. So this engine is good, it is producing good reliability and good fuel efficiency and fuel economy, but dueling the using the electric motor with it, or as the Prius system would do, which is turn off the petrol engine and use the electric one only. I mean, that will make you save fuel. That's the magic of the Prius. I mean, you can use the petrol if you want, more speed, or you want to charge the battery for the electric motor, but I mean that's how the Prius work. You have to use both engines, not this one. This one is producing good fuel economy, but you will not. If you put it in a car, no, it will not. It will never be as eco as the Prius. So you have to use the electric one as well. Now, let's say, as I said before, you are a tuner and you got a great deal, a cheap price on a Toyota Prius. I know a lot of you guys will say, even if I got it for free, I will never buy it. I would rather burn it to the ground. I know, I would do that as well. But let's say you are a little bit soft, and your wife maybe loves the Prius, and she maybe loves the idea of fuel economy and all this crap. Let's say if you bought it and you were crying all night because your friends, your petrolhead friends, will see the Prius in your driveway, and maybe they will shoot you the next day, but it's okay. You're a tuner. You will never just shut up about it and live with it. I mean, for me, first thing I have to do if I got this Toyota Prius, even with the electric motor, the first thing to do is changing the exhaust system. Because this exhaust in particular, is designed to make the car more eco and super silent as possible. I mean, us petrol heads will never live with that. I mean, some of us will, because they love silent cars, but not me, not any tuner actually. So the first thing you have to do, and I'm really sure that there is no aftermarket header for a Toyota Prius. I mean, you cannot just go to Magnaflow or Brola and ask, hello, do you have a exhaust aftermarket kit for my Toyota Prius? I mean, he will shoot you in your face. So just you have to go to a custom fabricator, and he will maybe fabricate a custom header for you. Let's just go with them one by one and see the power differences. If you're using a tubular, look at the power band here and the torque. We will gain 1 horsepower and 1 pound-feet of torque. I mean, for an expensive one, no, don't use this one. I mean, you will never feel this 1 horsepower on the real road. How about the long tubular one? So we have lost this 1 pound-feet of torque, but we gained another horsepower. Actually, and yeah, yes, I know the fuel economy is now worse. Unless, of course, you went with the full beam racing tubular, which is the more expensive one. I mean, you will be saving fuel more than the stock crappy short cast header. And it will look a lot better inside the engine bay. I mean, if you take off that hideous plastic cover, you will see this engine with the new header. And of course, you have to make the exhaust diameter bigger so we can free these locked horsepower. Yeah, I know you will lose some fuel efficiency, but look at that power. And let's keep this second reverse flow, and actually let's just keep them both. There's no point of changing them, so the car will still be quiet. And as you all know, putting a custom racing tubular will mean this engine or this part is very extremely high quality. So plus 10 here. Let's hear this new exhaust system. But before I forgot, I'm terribly sorry. Let's go back to the original one. So yes, like that, because I want you guys to hear the stock one first. I'm terribly sorry for that. Let's hear it. As you can hear, from 800 RPM up to 2000, it's very quiet. It's modern, it's civilized, it's economy, it's economical and quiet. And if you rev it high, from 4000, 4,500 up to 5000 RPM, yes, it will scream, and it will glow red, a little red. But as we said before, no, we cannot accept that. So the custom one and plus 10 quality, because it's a higher quality one in stock. Alright, we're using 2.2 inches exhaust, which is bigger than stock. Alright, let's hear this bad boy starting for the first time. Imagine this Toyota Prius with a racing exhaust, a racing silent exhaust. Wow. Actually, it sounds a little bit the same. Let's see, is there a difference in the sound? You can find it here. Where is the sound? Alright, here it is. Wow. No. As you can see right now, it used to be 24.9 and now 27.5. So yes, it's a little bit louder. And yes, louder exhaust is better exhaust. Just don't tell the wife. Just tell her that this is the original exhaust, so she doesn't kill you if you mess with her car. The second mod that you have to do, I don't know if this mod will make any difference, but I know it will make more horsepower and torque, but I'm not sure about the fuel efficiency. Let's see. If you want to switch the intake manifold to a performance intake manifold with a performance throttle body, performance fuel injectors and spark plugs, and a higher flow performance airbox. Let's see the difference here. Actually, we gained more fuel efficiency. Wow, that's cool. Because because we have put it in a better throttle body and intake manifold and better injectors. That's why we are gaining more fuel efficiency and more power and torque. I mean, it's already plus 14, so you have to buy the best one on the market. I don't know if there is a Prius kit, a performance kit. I'm sure that there is no performance kit for a Prius, but maybe you can take this intake manifold from another 1.5 liter engine, maybe from another Toyota, and bolt it on your Prius, and with better injectors and better throttle body, and here you go. And you have to tune the ECU also. Imagine taking your Prius to a dyno and telling the dyno man, hello, could you please tune my Prius to make more fuel efficient, more fuel economy, and produce more power. I think he will throw you out, but if you have a friend, maybe he will help you. As you can see, we are using 95 octane here, so I cannot play with the ignition timing unless we have put it a 98 super fuel. Let's see how high we can push the ignition timing with the new fuel. Yes, look at the fuel efficiency. I mean, in some countries, I think in Europe, yes, they have 98 octane fuel, but I'm not sure about the United States, and even the country that I live in, there is no 98, only 91 and 95 octane. So if you're living in a country that doesn't support 98, you are doomed. Look at the torque and look at the horsepower, and wow, look at the fuel efficiency. Awesome. Let's hear this new tuned performance package. Alright, the engine sounds better than before. Sounds more sporty. Yes, one thing I forgot about, which is increasing the RPM. 100 horsepower, 102, 7,000 horsepower. 7,000 RPM, not horsepower, imagine that. 7,000 RPM. Wow, have you listened to that? It sounds like a racing engine. It sounds actually so close, really close to the. I mean, you may kill me in the comment section, but yes, it sounds like the Toyota engine from the AE86 Corolla. I mean the same. Listen. Wow, just amazing. What do you think the next mod is? Now we have 32.5 fuel efficiency, which is better than stock actually. And we are making good power and good torque, and we are making a hell of a good sound. Wow. So the next thing we should do, which is searching online for a throttle per cylinder configuration. Yes, we will lose a little bit of torque, but we will gain also 3 horsepower only. But look at the throttle response and look at the lightness of the engine. The engine is getting lighter, the car is getting lighter, and the engine is getting better by the minute. So let's inject more fuel in. Now screw the fuel efficiency and just go with the power. 110 horsepower and 108 pound-feet of torque. Wow, let's go higher a little bit. Actually no, let's stay just like that. So that's amazing. And look at the engine shape now. Imagine your wife opening the hood when the car was stock, and seeing that plastic crappy cover, and now opening the hood and see this carbon fiber intake manifold and that racing manifold. I mean, there's a solution if you want. Just after tuning the engine and putting all these good parts in it, just put the plastic cover back on and she will never notice anything, I mean, except from the sound. But don't worry, because she will never rev high. She will never go up to 7,000 RPM, so the engine will still be quiet. Listen. I mean, yes, it sounds sporty, but tell her you got the performance package for the Prius. Unless of course she's a tuner also, so she can fool her friends with her stock looking Prius from outside and the monster that live under the bonnet or under the hood. Now the next mod we should do. Oh yes, one more thing. Imagine that her friends has also Prius and they were always bragging about, oh, I'm getting 70 miles mpg and I'm getting 65 mpg, and they are all filling on 91 octane, and your wife is filling, or you are filling on 98 octane. Oh, that's gonna cause a lot of headaches. Now the next mod we should do, I'm not sure actually about it, because I always know that if we put a bigger camshaft in it, the fuel efficiency will drop significantly. Maybe we'll gain more horsepower, maybe not, but I think we will gain horsepower, but we will lose so much fuel efficiency, unless of course we increase the quality. So let's see. 31.2.1. Let's see the horsepower. Yes, look at that, babe. Yes. Alright, for the torque and for the horsepower, I prefer like 80. Let's increase the quality. Let's say plus 15, which is the best camshaft you can ever buy. 154. Alright, 154 horsepower, 116 pound-feet of torque, and now the engine will sound, wow, the engine will sound really different now. And the exhaust is it's choking the car now, so you have to fix that also with a bigger tube. And yes, we have lost a lot of fuel efficiency, but it's okay. You know, let's keep on. Plus 10 quality. Wow, changing the mufflers. No, not changing the mufflers only, not removing the muffler. Alright, so plus 15 quality, better mufflers, bigger 3-inch diameter, and let's see, we have room in the ignition section here, and we can use 95 octane if we want. Let's go fully on. Yeah, look at that, 180 horsepower. I mean, remember, we still have that that electric motor with the car. I mean, it says here in the description, the electric motor is producing 67 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Wow, that motor is really torquey. So we have 180 horsepower here and 67 horsepower in the electric department, and if we want to add them together, it will be 247 horsepower. Wow, nearly 250 horsepower. And the torque is just amazing. It will be around 400 pound-feet of torque, more than 400 pound-feet of torque. Imagine a Prius with 400 pound-feet of torque. Wow, the car itself will just, I don't know, fly off the line, or it will smoke its front-wheel drive system. Of course, you will need a beefier, more powerful transmission, so you have to take the transmission to a mechanic or a machine shop or something, so they can, you know, change the clutches and the valves and everything inside, so it can take this beefy power. I mean, the original transmission wasn't designed to handle 180 horsepower and 135 pound-feet of torque, and of course the 295. No, I think the electric motor, I don't know how the hell Toyota bolted everything, and I don't know how the power is sent to the wheels, but you know, you have to beef the transmission so it can take this power. Now we all know the next step which is tearing this engine apart. I mean, you have been driving the engine for a while now. Your wife, I don't know, maybe she's racing on the on the traffic lights, and she's dominating and killing everyone because 180 horsepower. Wow, just listen to that with the new cams. Yes, we didn't listen to that before. As you can see, the engine is now sounds awesomely, and it's very lightweight compared to the original weight. It's freaking reliable now because every part in it right now, the intake, the exhaust, the camshaft are super reliable. The service cost is still low. The fuel economy, yes, I know it's worse than before, but it still has some good fuel economy. I mean, remember, with the help of the electric motor, yes, you will still gain decent mileage, and it's smooth-ish, and the total response it's just super high from the original one. And yes, 180 horsepower again. Now let's open this babe. I'm not going full on crazy, you know, or should we go crazy? Alright, let's go crazy, I don't care. Look at the difference in weight. 3 kilograms lighter. Titanium. Wow, that's freaking expensive. And I know if we switch to lightweight forge, we will lose fuel efficiency. Yes, wow, that's not good. But the engine is more light, it's more reliable, it's more smooth. It's use less octane, and don't look here because we are using a tuned engine. This is not a production line. And yes, we are making a little bit higher emissions because of the new pistons, and of course they are plus 15. I mean, you have both a billet steel and titanium. Yeah, there should be plus 15 quality. Increasing the RPM up to 9,000 RPM, guys, or 9,500. Now that's what I call a racing engine. Oh, Toyota Prius with 9,500 RPM. You'll kill everyone on the streets. And yes, putting a better camshaft. No one cares about the fuel economy right now. And of course, since you have changed the pistons, just go with the bigger. Let's go with 13.5 to 1 compression ratio, sticking more fuel in. Let's go with 13. No, I want to keep the car economical. So yes, 13.8, 98 octane fuel, perfect. And the exhaust, is it choking the car? No, it's good. No, just keep it like that. Everything is perfect so far. Oh, racing camshaft. Perfect, everything is perfect. Let's hear this new bad boy. Welcome to the evolution of the Prius engine. 1.5 liter, started in life as 76 horsepower and now 210 horsepower. Let's hear this beast. Oh yeah. You should put in the Prius a manual transmission. I mean, if the wife can drive manual, oh my god, just marry her and never ever leave her. If your girlfriend is driving manual, just marry her. Wow, imagine in 2017, a girl that can drive a stick or a manual transmission. She would be perfect. Now this beautiful engine started in life as the most hated, the most crappy, not crappy, it was very reliable, and it's still very reliable. It started in life as the most hated inline 4 ever in the Toyota production line. Why? Because it was in the Toyota Prius, the most hated car on earth by petrolheads, not by people, because you know, there are a lot of people that likes this kind of idea. And now it's perfect. Now if I have a Toyota Prius with this kind of power and this kind of engine, I would drive it every day, and I don't care about anyone that stand next to me, and I will keep the Prius stock looking from outside. Maybe I will put better brakes in it because now it has more beef, better suspension, and better tires, of course. And I will leave the stock rims on it, the stock wheels, the stock looking. I will not change the seats. I will not make it any lightweight or take off the interior. I will leave it stock from the inside. Maybe put in a better stereo in it, and just just surprise the people. Standing on a red line signal, and people will look, especially if there is another tuner next to you in his Nissan 350Z or in his Toyota AE86 or in any sports car. He will laugh at you. He will maybe he will roll down the window and he will ask you, "Oh, how much money does it get? Really? Are you sure that you are saving the planet? If they are lying to you, you will surprise him and say, "You want to race? You want to race the dude? Just race me." A little bit. I'm not gonna go hard on you. Don't worry. He will laugh his ass off, and he will agree, of course, because he think that he will beat the hell out of you. But the surprise, with the sticky tires and the better suspension and this awesome engine, with the help, of course, of the electric motor, the electric engine, you will fly off the line and surprise him. Of course, you hearing the song of the "Can't Touch This," because he cannot touch you with this engine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is how you tune a Toyota Prius engine. I mean, I saw on the internet some people engine swapping the Prius. I mean, engine swapping a Prius is a stupid idea, because you are taking the essence of the Prius. The Prius has an electric motor. I mean, if you can put a more powerful, more torquey electric motor in it alongside this engine, oh my god, you have a sleeper car. I mean, already we have a sleeper car with this engine, but imagine using if there is a company or a machine shop or something that they can take off your electric motor and beef it up, make it produce more power and torque. Oh my god, you will have a super sleeper. Imagine going to the drag race with this car, with your stock Prius, but with the beefier electric motor and this engine in it. At first they will laugh at you, they will laugh and cry, but then you will make them cry. So thank you so much guys for watching. If you like this video, remember to hit that like button. This is episode number 6 of turning a boring engine into a tuner dream engine. I mean, I would, if I can, I would turbocharge this monster, but I mean, running 13.0 to 1 compression ratio or 13.5 compression ratio, you have to drop it. Oh, what the hell? Let's go with the turbo. First of all, what we have to do is dropping the compression ratio up to maybe, let's say, 10.0 to 1, which is extremely low, or 10.5 to 1. Right, this is a good compression ratio. And let's say drop the ignition timing a little bit, maybe to 30. Yes, I know that's too much, but that's better. Ball bearing, turbo, large intercooler, which is awesome. Yes, look at that baby. 10 psi, which is always enough. A big compressor, 45, and let's say 47 millimeter. The turbine, the AR ratio, yes, it can go high, it's okay. 1 degrees, and as I said, 10 psi is a respectable amount of boost. 240 horsepower, and we still have, look at the headroom. So let's see how much compression ratio we can go. Come on, if we can get to, oh, so close from the 13. Let's give it a little bit of fuel. We have to give it a little bit more. Yes, 255 horsepower, my friend. This is the optimal amount. I mean, yes, we can go higher. I know I can make this engine make a hell of a lot better power than this, but you know, I want this engine to be a sleeper, reliable, as you can see. I know the fuel efficiency has dropped significantly, but it's still good. I mean, 20.1, it's still awesomely, it's small, it's good. As I said before, putting this engine alongside a beefy electric motor, even the stock electric motor, it will make this engine fly. Ah yes, I always forget about the exhaust. 200, and let's see, let's drop the ignition timing, and Alright, 271, 272, 272 horsepower, alongside a 67 horsepower electric motor, which will make this engine around 300 and right 330 300, yes, 339 horsepower or 340 horsepower engine. And the torque will be, let's see, we have 177 pound-feet here, and with 295, let's say 300, it will be around 470 pound-feet of torque. Now that is respectable. Oh, look at the exhaust shape. I mean, it will never fit under the car. Let's see if we can. Yes, 275. Alright, like that. I like that. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's hear it, let's hear it, guys. I want to hear it. Look at that exhaust. Scalding head red hot. Let's see that boost. Let's see, the boost will come on at, let's see, at 3700 RPM. The boost will go on, and then just hit the throttle to the max. The game is freaking choppy. Always when you install always when you are working on a naturally aspirated engine, then putting a turbocharger on it and start, playing with the compressor and the turbine side and the boost, the game will get really choppy, especially when you turn it on. But it's okay, we have managed it good. So that's it, guys. This is the Toyota Prius 1.5 liter engine from 2004 up to 2009. That's the range that I'm going for. And we have started from dead stock engine, and we have ended up with a torque and power monster, naturally aspirated, and then we have turbocharged it. As you can see now, we have 277 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. And I know we have lost a lot of fuel economy. I mean, now it's not really an economy engine, it's a semi-racing engine, but it's for the street. It's loud, it's noisy, it's powerful. It will just destroy everyone in its way. And it's still the same displacement. I mean, this is not an engine swap, this is just a tuned Toyota Prius engine. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Remember, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, and if you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, and always press on that ringing bell something button next to the subscribe, so you'll never miss any new video that I always post on YouTube. If I forgot your request, please remind me in the comment section, and be gentle with me. Don't eat my head if I forgot your request. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you in the next video, and bye bye.